Welcome back to Breakfast Television. Our parenting expert, Julie Freedman Smith, staying with us this morning because we just can't let you go without getting some advice on spring break. So for most of us, this kicks off tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah. So what do we do when we hear things like, I'm bored?
Oh, I'm bored is an easy one because, and for most of these things we can plan ahead. But even if we don't plan ahead, at the time, we can sit down with our kids and make a plan. Okay. So instead of that same old, I'm bored, wait, if you think you're bored, why don't you clean the backyard? Or why don't
That's the Ted Henley strategy.
Which is a strategy.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, two things. Number one, I'm bored usually means I need you to play with me.
Right.
Especially from our younger kids. They're tired of doing something on their own. They want you to play with them. In which case you can articulate. You can say, wow, sounds like you want us to do something together. I need to finish this, but when the clock says 2 o'clock, I can come and we can do something together. So that's the first thing, is that you can really articulate what the feeling is. But the other thing is, make an I'm bored list. Make it tonight. Make it tomorrow morning, of things that your kids can do. And if they're too young, well, actually, if they're on spring break, they can read. So, but yes, you can do words and pictures. You could make an I'm bored basket. Take all the board games or the puzzles that are half finished or the things that they got for Christmas that went into their closet on the upper shelf for when you had time to do them, and put them there.
Right.
Things that kids can do on their own. And so when they come to you and say, I'm bored, you can say, wow, this means you've got a chance to figure out what you're going to do. Check out the I'm bored list. Or why don't you go into the basket and find something? We'll do something together at 3 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So it's important to sort of set those boundaries. Like, I still have to do this. I'm not on spring break. I have to do this. But then we can hang out together after that.
Well, exactly. So for many people, I work from home. Many of the people I know work from home.
Yeah.
And they kind of dread this week because or they take the week off, but they're kind of half at the office. So they're half doing stuff on their phones and half being with their kids. So make it clear, because our kids who are at school all day and used to a schedule and people telling them what to do don't really know how to just exist in a vacuum necessarily. So create some structure if that's your situation. And if you know you have to be working for a piece of time during the day, schedule it out.
Right.
Mommy needs this time, or mom and dad need this time for the next half hour. When the timer goes off, we will stop what we're doing, and then we're all going out for a walk around the block, or we're all going to go out and play at the park.
Nice.
And schedule some things. If you're staying home, schedule some things that you know you want to do and put them on the calendar, so that people have things to look forward to. And that includes things like chores, right? Because the groceries still need to get done, and the house cleaning still needs to get done. So those kinds of things. Here's the thing. Some people are going away for spring break.
Absolutely.
And going away is awesome. And your family is often a slightly better version of themselves on holiday, but they're still the same horrible people that you live with all the time, right? They're not horrible. But the same fights that you're going to have at home still happen on holiday. So the overall message here is parent with a plan. Plan a little bit. You don't have to plan everything. But if you know that you really want to be going out and doing things every day and all your kids want to be doing is being at the swimming pool, then get clear with them about what that looks like. We're going to go out and do something in the morning, and then the afternoon is for the pool, or whatever works for your family. Maybe have the kids each have a day that they plan. Maybe Tuesday you're spending all day at the pool, but then Wednesday you're going to the museum and the beach, or something.
Whatever the case may be.
Yes. So
what about the ubiquitous screens?
Right.
Let's remind everybody what we want to do with those.
So this is another one of those things. Any of those things that are going to get under your skin, be it screens, be it sleep, be it food, junk food, you know, whatever it is, make a plan for it. Don't plan for everything. This is a rest. But plan for the things that matter, and screens matter. So talk about ahead of time how long kids can be on screens, what they can and can't do on screens, and what they are going to do. Because a study that came out from Common Sense Media, which is an organization that we just love, in 2018 found that kids spend 3% of time on screens creating.
Oh.
The other 97%, they're gaming or consuming shows or watching videos. 3%. So what if you had a conversation with your kids about how can you create using your screens? If you can show me that, you can have more time to be creating. Maybe you're making a video. Maybe you're recording a podcast. Maybe you are designing a house. Maybe, do you know what I mean? Using it creatively is much different than
so there's an
just,
engagement happening,
yes,
right?
than just being
This passive,
mind
yeah.
numbed. So think about how you want your kids using that and ask them, because they will think of ways to be creative on or off screen.
Sure, sure.
But this is a great opportunity. They've got the time. Boredom often feeds creativity too, right? So we kind of come right back around to your boredom question at the beginning. Yeah.
Okay, and now just selfishly, I have to ask you,
Sure.
I'm sending my kids off to Grandma and Grandpa's house for a week,
Fabulous.
so they will be away from me.
Yes.
Is there anything that I need to prep them with before they go?
Well, you might want to ask them if
Yes.
there's anything that they need you to talk to Grandma and Grandpa about,
Yes.
because they may feel uncomfortable about something but may not
Okay.
have the courage to ask. You want to talk about the expectations of behavior, which I'm sure they know because they
Yes.
hang out with your parents all the time.
Yep.
And maybe talk about checking in. Are they going to
yeah.
miss you? When is that going to happen?
Yes.
Those kind of things. And whenever kids go away, there's always this question of who's paying for what.
Right.
How much junk food can they have? And in this
Right.
situation, it's not really your problem because you're not going to be there. But
Right.
if you do have ideas about that, then talk with them about it and make sure that everybody knows, so that the kids and all the adults are talking about it. So it's not like
Right.
you've told them, but Grandma and Grandpa don't really know. Make
Right.
sure that everybody has an understanding of those key rules that are not going to be broken.
Right. And then everybody can actually enjoy their time on spring break, right?
Well, that's the hope. It's not going to be perfect the whole time.
No, let's
We're
be
all
clear.
human.
Yes, yes.
But that's okay. Start again.
Start again.
Right? There's always another day.
Exactly. Julie, thank you so much for being here. Great advice, as always.
Thank you.
We're going to go for a break here on Breakfast Television. When we come back, more news, weather, and traffic. Stay with us.